Hey everybody, this is Michael. Welcome to Exapunks, the latest from Zachtronics games. That load screen took a little bit of time. I wanted to record a little bit of that happened in music though. So Exapunks from Zachtronics. You guys probably remember Zachtronics from Magnum Opus and from Opus Magnum Opus. I think it's Magnum Opus. And Infinifactory and lots of other cool games. We've got here, I'm going to turn down this volume, which I thought I had already done, but maybe I haven't. Let's just turn that down kind of a lot. Is that happening? Well, it says it is. Sure seems loud. Anyway, so Exapunks is similar to most Zachtronics games. It is a programming-y type of game, very techy. And you are a hacker somewhere in the unknown future. I don't know that much about it, but we've got two interfaces here. This is our option screen, and over here we got the Sawayama Z7 Turbo Lance, which I guess is our laptop. First time I'm taking a look at this, so let's just look at it together. We're going to be hacking stuff, banks, and God knows what else. So anyway, there's a cutscene. Let's take a look at this. Let's see, we have a meeting with Nivis on Saturday... 97? Maybe 2097? I don't know. It ain't 1997 probably. Find a source for bootleg medication. Eddy Street in San Francisco. That's actually a street. Let's see the cutscene. Someone's at the door. I can't remember. Did I ask them to come up? What are we doing? Some drugs over here? Things have been hazy. Every day more of my body has turned into junk. Nivis says, hey.
Can you hear me? I heard you were looking for some medicine for the Phage.
For the Phage. Okay.
Looks like you definitely need it.
That's right. Nivis said they could find anything, even bootleg medication.
I do have a source. I know where to get it.
Okay.
It's cheaper than the real deal, but it's still gonna be pricey. The going rate is 700 a dose. You need to take one dose every day.
Well, that sure seems expensive.
Yeah, that's dollars.
Okay.
Sorry, I don't set the prices. I'm just a courier. It's not like any of that money goes to me.
Oh,
anyway,
I bet.
If you do get the money, give me a call.
Okay. So we've got the Phage, apparently. That's not so good. We're connecting to Exapunks. Mutex8021 says, hello, kind of dead here. And what is all of this business over here? This is like our mail thing. We can't really do anything with it. We've got Workhouse. Workhouse is what? Perform simple tasks to earn money at home. Dis-Zero programs Workhouse. Launch Workhouse. Okay, let's do it. See what this is. Okay. Cronus Capital Markets, job 0615. You will be shown images of receipts generated in the course of normal everyday business, and you will enter them digitally for bookkeeping and reimbursement purposes. Save a busy executive a minute or two. The only service that pays you for simple tasks you can do right from your computer. Easy work, easy money. Our account balance is 0, and we're supposed to... for real? Gotta transcribe this? Alright. VC Champagne for 140, and we've got DP Cabernet for 90, and couldn't just put a 2 times on that, so we have to enter it twice. Am I really making money for this? I don't know. Oyster PL, whatever that is, for 35. Well, PL Platter, New York Strip for 70. Add truffles for 20. The fillet for 80. Wow, that's more expensive than I've ever paid for a fillet. A CHC tort. What is a CHC tort? I don't know what CHC is. And a special order for 200. No, that's over here. 200. And I think we did it. So we make a little bit of money off that. We made 10 cents for that.
Wow, a whole 10 cents.
Okay, who is Ember here? Emulated multi-branch emotional reasoning.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Ember.
You only need to do 6,999 more of these, and you'll have enough for today.
Oh, thanks for mocking me. Are you talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you. You need that medication to stay alive, right?
I guess
Well, guess
so.
what? I can get it to you. You'll need
can?
to start hacking again, though.
Okay.
One hack, one dose.
One hack,
Easy.
one dose.
Deal?
Easy. Sure. I've forgotten how?
You're about to remember.
Oh, okay.
Knock, knock.
All right. Meeting with Gast. We have a meeting with Gast. Reconnect with an old friend. All right. Let's talk to Gast for a minute here. So the door again. Oh, hey, Gast. Haven't seen you in a while. That's gone
Hey.
now.
Came by to give you something.
Okay. Small booklet made of real paper. Apparently it's something called Trash World News.
Can't hack like I used to.
Why?
Whatever edge I had, it's gone now.
Uh-huh.
But I had to keep doing something. Something to keep the culture alive, you know?
Right.
Computers are running everything these days. Before long, human beings aren't even gonna have a say. So now I equip people with knowledge.
This guy's gone all Che Guevara
The
on.
knowledge to make a computer do what you want on your terms. Anyway,
Okay.
I won't keep you. I know you like to be alone.
No, I mean, you can come
Hope
in
you
and
like
have a
what you
beer
see in the zine.
or something if you wanted to. Gas, you look like a pretty cool dude. So Exapunks reference materials. Upgrade to the limited edition includes professionally printed zines, 3D glasses for the tech redshift, and a secret envelope you can open when you beat the game. So now this is going to be our manual for how to play the game, and I may well have to pause and go read this thing because these, I mean, you probably know Zachtronics games are no joke, right? I mean, Shenzhen IO came with like full printed manual with data sheets for fictional electronic components and such. So this game uses printed zines for technical reference, storytelling, and general attitude. There are 2 issues unlocked at different points in the game. We recommend you print and assemble the zines for the most authentic and enjoyable Exapunks experience. However, we have also included a digital version with a screen-friendly layout. Print the zines, select the PDF, blah, 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 blah. Enjoy your zines. So we've got different issues here. Now, if I open this digital version, I don't think it's going to work with my recording, but let's take a look and see what happens over here. Yeah, I don't think you guys can see this. So let me pause for a second. We'll take a look at it. Okay, so I set us up on screen recording here rather than just recording a game, and we can now take a look at this little magazine here real quick. So, Trash World Manifesto, Exa programming tutorials, debugging the Phage, network exploration, and more. Issue 1, what? October 1997. That really is saying 1997. All right, so the editor-in-chief is Ghost, and we got a whole bunch of people that helped out over here. Letter from the editor. We got distributed network programming with Exas. Gas walks you through it. Hacker skills, runtime errors, and how to exploit them. Axiom Exa language reference guide. The table of contents. Hackerverse, debugging the Phage. Hardware hacks, electronic highway signs. Network exploration, digicache, point-of-sale systems. Accessing data and legacy storage systems. Network exploration, Workhouse. Network exploration, Equity First Bank. Munchies, Trash World Kitchen. Passing Resemblance Part 1. And it goes on and on. So this will have to be read in order to actually play the game. So I'm going to go and take a look at this and then come back and we'll see if we can manage to do something. But you can kind of see that we're basically going to be programming little bots, I think, called X's, and or digital agents or something like that. We're going to be programming them with machine language and having them do things to go after a hacking target. Let's see if we can find. Yeah, so like here's a map of the thing. So there's a mission. Mission Street mission at a laundromat where we're supposed to get through different nodes and accomplish various things, and I assume we'll get some cash or something, data out of these various nodes that we can then use to get paid for the day. This is pretty nuts, of course, and it's going to be kind of a steep learning curve. So if you're not into coding, this is probably not your kind of game, but if you are, I gotta say, Zachtronics is the way to go with this stuff. So anyway, I'm gonna go take a look at this, and I'll come back later on when I have a chance to kind of digest and understand it. Okay, hey, welcome back, hacker dudes. I have on my desk here because I have like 3 printers and none of them are working. I have on my desk here my iPad with the PDF loaded up onto it in iBooks, and it's in a stand that's probably going to fall down as soon as I touch it. But in Trash World News, there's a couple tutorials. So let's check out these tutorials and see if we can figure this out. They're pretty simple, but, hey, I'm going to be... Would you look at that? That zine's got a hacking tutorial in it. How about that? Yeah, sure. Who are you again? No, I remember who you are. Yeah, I guess. Good deal. Okay, so Trash World News. We've got here a setup. These things here are called, what are they called? These are called hosts, and they have a little name. So 801. So if we want our exa to go to 800, then we need to link it to the node named that. So let's see if we can figure out what's going on over here. This is our exa, and we can have multiple exas right here. We can create new ones, and we have a couple of registers here, X and T. X is a general purpose register. We can move numbers into and out of, and so we could, for instance, use this to add a number to an existing number that we had. T is, we can use this register like normal. It's also where the results of a test go. So if you do some sort of comparison test, this is where it's going to go. It's going to be a 0 or 1 for true or false. F is the file register. So if we pick up a file, we can read from it into it. This is a file here, I believe. And then the M is our messaging mode. We can switch it from global to local mode, and it can communicate with other X's that we put into the world. So our goal here is to move file 200, that's this guy here, to the outbox. Like most tasks, requires you to leave no trace. You may not leave any X's or extraneous files on the target network, and you may not make any changes to the network other than those specified by the task requirements. So we've got in the manual here, Gast walks us through it. And so what he says to do, we're supposed to move from the host named inbox to the host named outbox. What can we see? Oh, I see. It's named inbox here and outbox here. I got it. So you'll see an Exa with blank code window on the left side of the screen, and we're just supposed to type some lines of code in. So over here, we can type in link 800, and that's going to make our Exa traverse the link called 800. And some of these links are one way, by the way, and I think that might be what this is. I'm not entirely sure about that, though. So we can have our Exa traverse that, and if we pressed play, I think we could see him do that. Yeah, he went there and then he died, I think, because reasons. I'm not entirely sure why he went away. And then we want to grab the file. We want to pick up that file, and the command for that is grab. And we have to use the file name, which is 200. And then the next thing we want to do is drag it to the outbox. So now once our X has picked up the file, he can traverse another link, and or he could read the file, or he could do anything really. But in this case, we're supposed to take this file to the outbox. So we're going to link to 800 again. You can see the address here of this link is 800. And so we'll traverse this file from inbox to outbox. And then we need to drop the file. So just drop. We'll drop the thing that you're holding. And then halt is going to kill our Exa, basically. It's going to make it just disappear. So this is our little intelligent agent that we're programming, and he's going to do all this stuff, and then we're going to kill him. Don't feel too bad. He doesn't have a name or anything. And so let's see. What do we got here? We've got a step button. So the step button will take it through one instruction at a time. You can press the run button to let it go, but let's just do the step button for now. So we've advanced into the first step, I think. Here we've moved through the link 800. We're in the process of grabbing 200. Now he's got the file. He's going to traverse the link to the outbox. He's going to drop it, and then he's going to go bye-bye. And then we completed it. How can we see? I guess we're done, right? How do we get out of this? That's a good question. Let's just let it run. Oh, maybe it needs to run multiple times. It does. It needs to run multiple times before we can get a read on how well we're going to be having done. And so you can see we're pretty much in the middle on this histogram. Zachtronics always does these histograms, like how well you're doing versus everybody else. And you can see that if we had done it a little bit better in 4 cycles, that's an execution of a program step, then we would be really at the top of the game. And apparently somebody did it over here in 3, maybe 3, whatever this size is. I'm guessing that's the number of... Actually, I don't know exactly what that means. In Infinifactory, it meant like how much your footprint was. and then I'm not sure entirely what activity was. So let's go back to the desktop here. You can see everything on your computer. Really? No, there's much to see. Yeah, we don't have a lot of secrets. Okay, cool. So we managed to do that, and now we've got Trash World News has a tutorial number 2. So let's try that. It's a little bit more difficult, and in fact, I'm not entirely sure I understand what's up. What's a ward dialer? It defines unlisted servers and networks by automatically dialing all the numbers in a given area. Oh, that's cool. I want one. A reference to, if you haven't ever seen it, the original War Games. Matthew Broderick's character made a dialer to dial up all the numbers in his area code trying to find a game manufacturer. And funny thing is, when I got I lived in Huntsville, Alabama when I was in high school, saw that thing. My friend had a Commodore 64. I did too, but he had a modem. It was a freaking, 400 baud modem or something like that. And we made a thing that dialed around. Fortunately, we didn't get a hold of the Redstone Arsenal, the guys that do the missiles over there, but we did get a bank, and it wanted a username and password. Of course, we're not really hackers, so we weren't able to do that, but I think that's kind of funny. Okay, Trash World News Tutorial 2. Let's try it out. People or animals are often motivated by the anticipation of a reward. Are you anticipating the medication as a reward? I guess so. Yeah, probably. Well, keep it up and you'll get it soon. Apparently the phage replaces our parts of our body with electronic components, which actually doesn't sound all that bad. So what are we supposed to do here? We're supposed to add the first 2 values of file 200 and multiply the result by the 3rd value, and then subtract the 4th value. Append the result to the end of the file and move it to the output. So these files contain data inside of them, and I don't know if we're going to get to see that. Oh yeah, I guess we can. Over here on the left here we can see that file 200 has 4 values in it. And you can press Show Goal or F1 anytime to see a preview of the completed task. What does that look like? Okay, so it just shows us where the file should be. I gotcha. Okay, cool. And we do have a gas to walk you through it here in the manual, so you're not completely on your own. After this, or there may be one more tutorial, then you get into the actual sort of manual, which details all of the commands that you can use and stuff. So we're gonna let Gast help us out here, but we already know how to do some of it, and that is we know how to move into the inbox. So we can link 800 to traverse that first link, and then we can grab the file. So grab, and then the name of the file is 200. And now here's where it gets a little more difficult. So we're going to copy the first value in the file to a register. We're going to copy it to the X register. So that's copy. We'll copy a value from a register. Remember I said F is the file register. That's going to grab the first value that's in file. So it's going to grab 72, and it's going to put it into the X register. So now we've taken that first value and put it into X, and we're supposed to add the first 2 values. So we need to take the next value and add it. We can't copy it again because that would just overwrite it, but there is a command, ADDI apparently, and we'll take the value that's in X and then the value in the file, the next value in the file, and then we'll stick that back into X. So we took the first value of the file, we stuck it into X, we took the next, what's already in X, we took the next value of the file, added those, stuck it back in X. Then the next goal is to multiply the result by the 3rd value. So as you might imagine, it's much the same. Multiply is M-U-L-I. And then we're going to take the value in register X, the next value from the file, we're going to stick that into X. And then the next one is to subtract the 4th value. So as you might imagine, same thing, SUVI. Apparently I is on the end of all of the mathematics functions. We're going to grab the value that's in our register X, we're going to put it into, or we're going to subtract from it the 4th value from the file, right? And we're going to put that back into X. And then we're going to, in order to append to the file, you just simply copy the value from the register to the file, and that's just going to create a new value in the file. And that command is just copy. There are ways to overwrite and stuff, clear out the file, start a new file if you need to, create a new one. So we're just going to copy X from X to F. And then we're going to move to the outbox. The next goal is to take it to the outbox and drop it off. So we're going to link 800 and drop, and then we're going to make our exa go away. Now I don't know what if there's a limit in lines of code you can have here. There have been in various versions of Zachtronics games, but in this case we've got enough lines for this apparently. We don't need to create a new exa. So let's step through it. We're on our first line of code now, so we're going to link to 800. And we're going to pick up that file, and then let's see if we can notice we're carrying the file. It's up here. I'm pointing at the screen like you guys can see it. But we're up here, and we're looking at the very first value of the file. You can see it's highlighted. It's a 72. We're going to move that value into the X register. If you look at the X register, you can see 72's in there now. Then we're going to take the second value and add it to that. So 52, right? So I can't do that math in my head. 124, I guess. There you go. And then we're going to multiply it by 4, so 496, and then we're going to subtract 60 from that, so 436, and then we're going to stick that onto the end of the file, and then we're going to move to the outbox, we're going to drop off the file, and then our exa is going to die. So our test run is complete. We can run it and let it go through the whole thing. It's just going to be the same thing every time. I suspect this might be a thing that there could be some variability. So that's why we're running it multiple times, or things could get out of sync over time. That's a big problem that I've had in I don't know, Infinifactory and in a couple of other Zachtronics games, where things they'll work fine for the first one, or maybe even the first couple, but then they'll get out of sync as you go along. We start having multiple X's running around. I suspect that might be a problem. So that's why we do it that many times. You can see somebody here, some genius solved it in like 6 moves or 5 moves, I can't tell. Same thing over here, size and activity. So there's ways to bum this down. Apparently, activity, that's going to be about what you can do. So I don't know how to do this yet. I don't know the code in the game well enough. But you can, if you want to, if you're feeling up to it, compete with folks around the world for this stuff. So that's, okay. Does Zip said you all provide your medication only if you work for me? No, not really. Right. It's an exchange of goods for services. Interesting. It's good data. Yeah, okay, fine. So we do have another tutorial in Trash World that our boy will help us get through, Gast will help us get through. And but I don't think we're going to do that right now. I think we've probably gone long enough. We'll come back to this if you guys really want to see more of it. I might do a series on it. I would need to really delve into the code though, and learn how to do it. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. I think it's a pretty cool game. I can always recommend highly Zachtronics games. They do such a great job, and not just the puzzles themselves, but the overall, the creation of the world that they do. Even the voice acting is actually quite good. That Gas guy was pretty awesome. So anyway, I hope you guys like this game. Check it out on Steam. I'll have a link in the description below, and talk to you guys soon. Thanks for joining me for Exapunks.